Once again, a very good morning to all of you. I am Arvin Noval, and for today's video, we'll be making the activity of Sir Jeffrey Taggood, which was to see or to look for the tags in your clothing, your cell phone, or the things on your table, or anything, etc. Try to identify where at least two objects you have with you, which country or region they come from, or came from rather. So what I have chosen was my phone, which is the Redmi Note 10 Pro, and my deodorant, which is the Old Spice. Actually, there are guide questions to be answered. There are 5 guide questions in total. So the first guide question was, what do we know about each of the countries, regions where the objects were made? So first was my phone, which is made in China. And what I know about China is that it is the world's most populous country with over 1.4 billion people in total. According to what I have gathered, China is very rich and has very many natural resources, estimated to be worth over $23 trillion. Next was my deodorant, which is made in the United States. So what I know about United States is that it is the third largest country in size, nearly the third largest in terms of population. So the first country which has the largest population was China, followed by India. Actually, way back 2020, India comes or has claimed the first place of the most populous country. But currently, in 2013, China has taken over back the first place of the most populous country. Also, United States by far is the most famous country for their tourist attraction. So that's why many foreigners, or like us, Filipino citizens, wants to visit United States in the future, right? Even me, myself, I want to visit the United States in the future. The second guide question. For those not made in the Philippines, why do you think these objects were made overseas? Well, I believe that these items are manufactured in other countries because they have more resources. Like what I have said earlier, China has over $23 trillion worth of natural resources. And also, they have the manpower or the workers to work on the products and do things faster than us because they have very many, or they have strong manpower, allowing them to produce more of those products faster than we can. As what I have said earlier, they have the population of 1.4 billion, but us in Philippines, we cannot even compare to them, right? Yes. This is not to say that we cannot produce them in our country. Yes, I'm not saying that we cannot produce them in our country, okay? We do have the capacity to do so, but it is more easier or logical if we do them overseas because they have a very strong manpower, or they have the capacity to do so. And also, they have the advanced technology. So, third question. Who profits from those objects being made in other countries but sold here in the Philippines? So, the very first persons or group of people who would profit from it are the investors. The people who invest in other countries. Like, for example, let's say that like a Filipino citizen wants to invest in McDonald's. Then they made a franchise here in Consolacion or in SM. They put it there. So because they invest, they can have the profit and sell it to us, Filipino citizens, right? And also the companies. Investors and company are the ones who are making the profit. Company which have invested or buy products in other countries and reselling it to us. So the one who makes a profit would be the investor and the companies that resell them. Question number 4. Who suffers or is exploited? Of course, the Philippines or the citizens of the Philippines and those less fortunate people around us. So who suffers or is exploited? Us Filipinos, because the government would no. Let me think first, okay? So the one who suffers the most is the Philippines because we are buying from other country which is helping the other country grow even more. While us Filipinos are just who suffers because we buy those products who are now taxed or is more expensive than when they buy it from other countries. So last question. Why do you think our economy is set up in this way? Okay, I don't really like going into politics, but here's what I've gathered so far in our economy right now. The rich becomes richer while the poor becomes poorer. In my opinion, as I think our economy is set up in this way, so that the rich becomes richer and the poor remains poor. So it's really messed up our economy. As you can see, the rich or the one or the middle class family would go higher, but of course I'm not saying that if you're born poor you will remain poor. It is on you, it is on your doing. If you die, if you are born poor and die poor, it is your problem. It's not actually the problem where you are born with. You can work hard to do so, right? And you can work hard so that you can strive to go up a class, right? It is not actually the problem of being born in a poor state that you would lose the motivation to work hard or to cross the boundaries of you becoming poor and rich. Yeah? So yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening, Sir Tagod. I hope you see this. Bye. Thank you.